Everyone, and welcome to the iceHQ ice rink here in Reservoir, Melbourne, Australia. I'm Warren J, and we were on traditional land for round 7, game 1. It's the Bruins versus the Inferno. I'm Carl Brewer, and joining me tonight is Ross Fisher. Anton Goss is stuck somewhere in an aeroplane between here and Brisbane, so you'll have to put up with us this evening. This season is hotting up, and the race for the golden ticket is on. Two teams are vying for top spot and the direct pass to the grand final, the Dogs and the Bruins. Last week, the Dogs broke the Bruins' unbeaten season with a 3-2 win. This week, Jordan Warren's Bruins are fired up to redress the issue and maintain their top spot on the Pro League ladder and make it fast. There's 3 rounds to go, including tonight, so only 6 points left to score. The Bruins have a narrow margin, just a 1 point clear of the Dogs on top of the ladder. It's tight, and that's what we like. It's not, however, what the Bruins wanted. The Inferno, well, for them the stakes are survival. They're on the bottom of the ladder with just the 1 win and 1 overtime loss. If they're to make finals, they need to win everything from here, and they need the Snipers to lose at least 1 or some other possibles. For example, if they were to win everything and the Dogs lose everything, or even the Bruins could potentially be tied on points with them. It's unlikely, but it's possible. And we know the Inferno have been threatening all season. If only they could fix their leaky defence. There's a reason they're camped on the bottom, and it's not through lack of the ability to score goals. They've averaged over 5 goals against all season. You simply can't win when you let that many in. It was only a couple of weeks ago that they beat the Dogs, but it was 4-4 after regulation, and the win was a shootout. They let 4 in, and they won. They must fix this. They can't rely on Dawes, Klomp and Hector Vrulnik to bail them out of trouble every week. If they can shut down Carina and Pansino tonight, they're in with a chance. They also need to fix their penalty kill. It's been dreadful. A quarter of the penalties they've had have led to goals. They could just stay out of the box too, but this is a contact sport and it happens. Last week, when the Dogs beat the Bruins were without their captain Jordan Warren, and they showed vulnerability. The Dogs were unlucky not to have a bigger margin against them. Jamie Burke with a couple of celebrations for goals that didn't quite go in, but they were pretty close. This week, can they shore up their place on top? I'm still waiting to see Toddy Cutter find his rhythm, and the net, maybe tonight will be his night at last as well. We'll know more after this round when the ladder will solidify, but for now, it's still full of potential. This is the second time these teams have met this season. Last time it was a 5-2 win to the Bruins. Ross, what's your take on round 7, game 1?
Well, Carl, it's good to be back, and commiserations to Anton, who is stuck in an airplane, an airport or a plane somewhere.
Somewhere between here and there.
Yeah, but look, it's good to be back, and the season has been, it's lived up to all expectations when it comes to the closeness of the competition, of course, as you've just gone through the games very well then, that there is no one secure in any position on the ladder just at the moment. So tonight is a critical game for all 4 teams. So the Bruins want to solidify their top of the ladder position, and Inferno, of course, want to stay in touch and not get themselves into a fight for that last spot.
I think one of the interesting things that came out of last week's game between the Bruins and the Inferno was when the Bruins didn't have Jordan Warren. They were just a little bit lacking in their structure, and it kind of broke apart a little bit, and that's what gave the Dogs way more opportunities than we've certainly been able to get against the Bruins throughout this season.
There's no doubt that Jordan makes a huge difference to any team, and it's when you don't see both teams at their full strength, you're always left with those questions, what if? And that certainly was one that I posed last week after the Dogs had won the game, but what if Jordan Warren had been playing? What would the result of, would it have been the same result?
Absolutely. So he's such an important playmaker, and more than anything else, I think the discipline he brings to the team and just getting their structures right, because if the structures work well, they're pretty hard to beat. It's great to see Hayden Dawes has made the big drive down for the Inferno again. He's, in the space of, I think, 3 games, he's managed to rattle up quite a number of goals. He's not quite the number 1 goal scorer so far, but he's got 4 in I think 2 or 3 games. So he's certainly as potent as we would expect for the Inferno, and he can make a big difference. If the Inferno can get themselves sorted, they're actually a really, really good team. It must be really frustrating for them to be stuck down the bottom with such a poor ultimate record, because they're not a bad team. They've just let themselves down by being too easy to score against, and it's not their goalie's fault. It's just breakdowns of structure and letting Fudge and the odd play rushes get through behind them, and that's really where they've been caught out. But you look at their scoring potential. I mean, you've got Hector, you've got Dorsey, you've got Klomp. That's a pretty amazing line.
Yeah,
that's a national level team there, right there, right in front of you.
Yeah,
they just haven't been able to convert on it yet, which must be driving Steve Bellick a bit crazy.
Well, you certainly can't go into a game with a plan just to score one goal more than the opposition to win the game.
No.
It doesn't play out that well most of the time. So, yeah, you're right, Carl. They need to strengthen up in D, and start to turn a few pucks away, and be able to make good of those, and use the puck well going forward and keep scoring goals, because goal scoring isn't a problem for them. But letting him in down the other end is.
Well, that's absolutely right, Ross. We're about to get the puck drop underway. Craig Armstrong-Frey, the head referee for this evening. Very competent referee there indeed, so we're expecting a good night.
Very good duo, actually, with Robbie Love,
Yeah.
who's, I believe he's going away with to referee at IHF Championship soon. So well done to Robbie.
And we're underway.
Here we go. So Hector Bruins brings the puck for Inferno into the offensive zone, and this is where the Inferno need to do some good work tonight, as the puck in the corner, a bit of a battle there, and with the Inferno just popping it out, and we'll have a face-off down in the offensive zone of Inferno.
For those of you who are watching this and paying a lot of attention to Hayden Dawes, and who wouldn't, please don't copy the way he wears his mouth guard. It's not very useful.
Don't do this at home, kids.
No, absolutely not.
As he lets one fire then, and just a bit wide, Mikey James has that covered, as Dawes brings it back up again to the top of the point. You're going to have to excuse me with some of these players that I'm not even familiar with, which is unusual. But here's Toddy Carter behind the net to get the puck out for the Bruins. But he's had that picked by Austin McKenzie over to Vrilnik. A good chance there, but Vrilnik just couldn't handle the puck. And into the corner again we go. Austin McKenzie steps out, takes a shot, and we've got a penalty. And it looks like it's on the big fella, Hayden Dawes. Or is it not? No, it's not.
He was slashed, which is why he was a small retaliation. It was interesting. We just saw Hector with a great little opportunity there, some loose puck just around the top of the face-off circle, and from where we're standing, you could see you had a puck's eye view of where it was going. But it was in the end a stick block, and that kept it out. So the Bruins will get their first penalty kill of the day. Birchall are taking the face-off, and this is the first great opportunity for the Inferno with the man advantage.
All right, so here we go. So Casey Minson throws it back into the corner, and Jesse Thompson out there on the power play, which is Jesse's having a terrific year. Over to Casey Minson again, over to Jesse Thompson down there in the corner, looking to control the puck and keep possession for Inferno. Keeps bringing it up the boards. He's getting a bit jammed there as the puck pops out. Bit of time there, getting killed away from the Bruins. Here we go. Gav Birchler on the kill, looking for a bit of a opportunity there. And we've got another penalty this time. We've got the Inferno with a call, and I think
that'll be an interference, I think, by the look of it. So we'll be 4-on-4 for probably around about a minute or so by the time the puck goes down on the ice. As I think that's Austin McKenzie coming over to have a bit of a 2-minute breather. I don't know if you saw the Bruins in the Kraken game today, Ross, but the Bruins scored a lovely shorty. I'm sure these Bruins would like to score a shorty as well, but now it's all tied up 4-4. Bruins won that one too, by the way.
All right, so let's see who can take advantage of the 4-on-4 game. Luke Buchanan behind the net for the Bruins there, just trying to control the puck. He gets a bit of physicality from Jackson Lane. He doesn't mind that. Again, behind the net. It's the Bruins swinging around behind. Back out to the point again. In under the scoreboard. It's a little bit scrappy at the moment. Not a lot of free-flowing puck, but a shot on then.
We've got 20 seconds to go on the 4-on-4, and then the Bruins will have the man advantage for around about a minute.
All right, so puck behind the net there with Bruins bringing it out. Hector Vrilnik picks it up over to Hayden Dawes. Dawes stepping in.
Now, the great thing about Hayden, if you're on the Inferno, is the sheer intimidation factor that he brings to a defenseman. When he's charging in on you on a forecheck, you're really contemplating life choices.
You got a decision to make, Carl.
Yep. do I take the hit or do I get out of the way? And it's really what you want out of a big, strong winger is just that level of intimidation. And Dorsey does that so well.
He does. So here's Jacob Laver coming down, taking the puck all the way around behind and then up offensively. He's chipped that puck in. And now Toddy Cutter trying to keep the puck in there as he's having the battle against the boards. And then Hayden Dawes flicks it out. And Evan Krustolov steps onto the puck and gets ready to bring that out. Long pass over to Matt Carana, and he gets met. Gets met by one of the Inferno players. Shot on by Matt Carana there, and
we're back to 5-on-5. The penalty's all over. No goal scored.
There you go. Mikey James brings the puck out of the net. Krustolov looks for the long pass up to Birchall. Birchall onto Matt Carana. Matt Carana steps in now. Throws it in front of the net. Couldn't quite get a shot away. Well defended by Casey Minson. And now Inferno on the stretch here.
Some of our team lists here, you've got the numbers exactly right, I'm afraid. We're a little bit slow at sometimes getting understood. That's Logan Newell, wearing number 17 for the Inferno.
Yep.
And he doesn't mind a bit of contact, Logan. He's often in the middle.
Here you go, Matt Carana on the stretch here. Oh, gets a shot away, but good save.
And that's Seb Woodland's making the save there for the Inferno, having a fairly busy little first 5 minutes of this game. But yeah, Logan Newell, he tends to be the player for the Inferno who gets tangled up in all of the collisions. He's not backwards in taking a step forward. Sometimes it looks like he's a bit random, but I'm sure that's not the case.
If it happens a lot, it's probably by design.
Yes.
So back to Nathan Cascio, who flicks the puck out to Luke Buchanan, who flicks it over to the middle there and down into the offensive end. Good chase in. Good chase in by Dylan Morris to keep the puck there, but we've got a whistle and someone's copped a puck in the face there. Looks like Stevie Ballick, who
going off to get looked at.
Yeah.
So one of the hazards of wearing a visor as opposed to a full cage. It's one of those things that those of us who have been playing game for a long time, we all kind of hate the cages, but there's a pretty good reason for them.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not sure.
Interesting too, Ross. We don't have Jordan Warren here again today, so the Bruins are short their captain, which does expose that vulnerability if their structures can hold together or not. They do have Matt Caruna, and we know he is a magnificent goal scorer, but they don't have Warren today.
Here's Austin McKenzie stepping over and getting fronted by Nathan Cashier. Luke Buchanan trips in underneath Austin McKenzie there, and I think we'll have a call on Luke Buchanan. A fairly simple one there for Craig Armstrong-Frey with a trip. Accidental, but at the end of the day, he's taken his legs out. And
the referee has no discretion. If you tripped over, accidentally or otherwise, it's an automatic 2 minutes. So the Bruins with their second penalty kill. Let's see if the Inferno can take advantage of it this time and keep it at the man advantage for the full 2 minutes or the goal.
Right, so face-off win to the Bruins, and the puck comes out here. Brendan McDowell. Stepping back onto the puck to try and stretch the rink out, takes it down behind the net, looking for a longer pass. Well cut off by Matt Carana there. He's done well there. Jackson Lane now with the puck, looking for a lane to bring it out. Gets it onto Hector Vrunic. He steps over the blue line in the offensive end. He's got Hayden Dawes over on the far side. Gives it back to Jackson Lane. Jackson Lane goes back to Brendan McDowell. B-Mac gets a shot
Hayden
on.
In the back door.
Hayden was lurking around in that danger zone as the Bruins flick one out there. And
Dawes a bit lucky there. Hayden was right in the perfect spot there to get a tip in and just couldn't quite connect.
If there's one guy that I've seen be able to get the puck and knock it out of the air more consistently than anyone, it is Hayden. Dawsey's got a great hand-eye as he steps into the slot here with strength, and the Bruins just able to poke that away from him.
Just under a minute to go on the penalty.
Jacob Laver gets the puck into the corner, but now Vrunic has possession, brings it back out the top to Jackson Lane again, gets a shot on, and covered up by Mikey James.
So Lane electing there to take the high shot in. And Dawsey was in front looking for that tip in, and it was pretty much directly at Mikey James's chest. So made it look pretty routine. As Gossie would tell you, your goalies make the hard stuff look easy, and it's never about luck. But there's always a factor of both.
Yeah, absolutely.
At that time, an interesting decision there from the pointman to take that high shot when it was well covered.
Definitely, as a forward, you want those pucks coming in a bit lower to try and create a little bit more havoc for the goalie rather than let him see it all the way. A shot like that is
that's the right option.
Do a little bit more
Stevie
damage. So foot race on here. Stevie Ballick, he's back on the ice now after a little bit of attention from the stick in the face. He gets that puck up, and now the Bruins are back to 5-on-5. So. A bit of even numbered hockey here as Steve Ballick circles around, brings the puck behind the net, goes back again, now plays it out onto the boards up to Jesse Thompson. Jesse Thompson gets harassed by Dylan Morris, who gets it back over to Birchler. Birchler over to Luke Buchanan. Luke Buchanan throws it down into the corner, looking for Birchler behind the net, but Inferno up to the task as the puck is taken by Jack McCoy. He gets it down in under the scoreboard corner. The Bruins flicking it back in again. A little bit of again, we get back into a bit of scrappy mode hockey, where one team's trying to get the ascendancy over the other, but here goes Todd Cutter. He brings the puck out, trying to get a little bit of space here. Throws it back into the corner. Gav Birchler. He's onto it, brings it back out to, Keisha. Was that a beautiful pass across the front of the net, but...
not quite able to catch. I've got to say, Ross, if you're a Moat Inferno fan at the moment, you'd be quite pleased with how this game's going. It's been very even shots on the net at the moment, 3-on-2, so a very close game indeed by the flow of it. And looking good for the Inferno at the moment. They haven't let any goals in.
Well, but one on by... Kevin down then to attack the puck and keep it in, and Brendan McDowell throws it back in again. But Todd Cutter's behind the net again. The Inferno onto him. They're really attacking the puck, the player with the puck, which is working out well for him at the moment. So Matt Carana looking for a pass up the middle, and that was.
Nice reversal there, but just not quite making clear of the net. Now the Inferno with a chance on the breakout, but just fluffing the pass there, Yule.
All right, so Casey Minson for Inferno gets a pass out towards Kevin Dow. Kevin Dow throws it into the corner, and Hector Vilnick wins the foot race into the corner there.
Look at Dawes floating around in the slot unmarked.
Yeah.
Big Hayden is just sitting there waiting.
So Hector fighting really well. He fought that well, but got the puck taken away from him, and now a bit of a foot race on. Matt Carana, Casey Minson. Matt Carana gets the edge of that one. Oh.
Woodlands just closed the door on that 5-hole. It very nearly snuck through.
Here's Dawsey on the attack here as Austin McKenzie.
McKenzie finds the net for the Inferno, combined there with Dawes, and you've got to think, if you're Mikey James, I've got these two guys blasting at me a million miles an hour. Who am I going to take?
It was a tough ask for young Jacob Laver there. He was battling with Hayden Dawes, which is a hard task at any time, and then Austin McKenzie just lurks around the side and was able to bury that one for the Inferno for the first goal of the night.
So we have the Inferno with the lead over the Bruins, which was not an expected thing to happen so far, but certainly it's fantastic.
All right, here we go again now. Let's see the Bruins if they can respond. And they've had some good setups, and they just haven't been able to get some stick on puck at that last bit of crucial time. Here we go again. The Bruins bring it back out to the top, and as Raymond Carley, who puts it back in. Jared Keisha down into the corner, brings it down behind the net, looking for an outlet pass here to get a Bruin on his own. Big Dawsey steps in, just pushes Keisha off the puck and takes it away from him. Back on the boards again, out into the middle. Again, it's a bit of a scrap fest here in the until Vilnick brings it away and to the side, gets a shot on, a little bit high. Dawsey keeps the puck in, throws it back in again. Luke Buchanan cleaning up a bit of mess. and drops that puck back to Todd Cutter.
So Hector's had a few chances now. He's just thrown them a little bit wide. His touch has been just out a smidge, which is not what you'd expect. Normally he's got a real precision laser beam on him.
So here's Todd Cutter bringing it down all the way from the end down to the deep in the zone for the Bruins as the Bruins looking to attack again. Good shot on Seb Woodlands with a nice save. Evan Kristalev just throwing it in there, and good things happen when you throw the puck on the net.
So one of the things that's been happening particularly well for the Inferno so far tonight, Ross, is they haven't had any odd play rushes against them, and that's when they've certainly been able to shut down Karuna, because normally that's his favourite attack is to get clear behind the D, and the Inferno have been doing a good job of shutting that down.
Yeah, you definitely want to keep every yellow jersey in front of you, and don't let any slide behind you, because they will hurt you on that stretch pass. That's for sure.
It's an easy thing to say, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. All right, here we go again. Bruins looking dangerous, and then Inferno. Jack McCoy brings it back over again. Jackson Lane steps onto it. He takes a shot on. MJ. Mikey James just puts a bit of stick on it, flicks it up over the top into the netting so that we get a face-off in the down in the corner.
Yeah, this is an Inferno side, Ross, that looks to me like they've come here tonight to win the game. For them, it is about survival, and they want to make the finals. They don't want to miss out. They missed out last season, which certainly stirs you up, and they're a bunch of proud guys, and they don't want that to happen again.
Yeah, absolutely. So here we go. Front of that, Bruins just looking to get the puck out, and it's been called off clear. So Stevie Bellick wins that foot race down for the puck. Bit of a scramble in front. Seb Woodlands covers it up, and we'll have a face-off down, this time in the Bruins offensive zone.
So the Inferno, again, they're doing a pretty good job, Ross, of shutting down the Bruins' real attack mode that they've been so successful throughout the season has been those rushes, and I don't think they've had one yet this evening.
They're looking a lot more solid defensively, Carl, as you spoke about before the start of the game. They've only allowed 6 shots in the first period so far, and
they've all been under pressure too, which is exactly what you need.
Yep. All right, so Inferno looking to go forward again. Stevie Bellick flicks it across.
Yule just trying to dislocate his hips to stay on side there, but he managed to.
All right, so here go the Bruins with Gab Birchler. Steps in, takes a shot. Good save by Seb Woodlands, and that pops up.
And the urgency there in the Inferno's back check, you could see.
Oh, a nice hit. A big hit. Big hit by Andrew Loschuk. I haven't seen a lot of Loschuk, but that was, he didn't mind throwing the body in then.
He did expose these guys a little bit, though. When you do that, you've always got to be careful, because it does open up a line behind you. We love the big hit, but you've got to be careful that you don't get exposed to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, a nice, a good stretch pass. The Bruins are really looking for that stretch pass to break up the Inferno. And Inferno, as you said, Carl, they're doing very well, and they're shutting that down.
They're probably getting a bit frustrated too. This game is not going the way they would have expected it to. Up high in the air there, Dorsey again, just floating around.
Oh, geez. Matt Carano, I think they'd call that travel in basketball. He had the puck for a while then before he put it back down on the ice, but no call. Austin McKenzie now picks up a loose puck as he comes up towards the middle, chips it in, and MJ will cover up.
Always as a goalie, those cheeky little backhanders with nothing on them with a bit of a weird bounce.
Yeah.
It's not the first time they've done a weird bounce between a goalie's legs. They looked despairingly behind them and thought, oh no, that's going to make the highlight reel for all the wrong reasons. And that concludes the first period with the Inferno up 1 goal to the Bruins 0. Shots on the net so far, 7 apiece. And the Bruins doing a fantastic job of, the Inferno doing a fantastic job of shutting down that Bruins attack. They haven't been able to sneak through with those rushes through and get behind the Inferno. And on the odd occasions, they've looked a little bit threatening there, Ross. The Inferno have been back there in numbers, which we haven't seen that urgency before. So I think Steve Bellick
and Jackson Lane has been holding up the defensive side of things there for the Inferno. And you're absolutely right. They've, I think there must have been a bit of a discussion about the defensive side of their game, because it is far better this tonight than it has been throughout the season.
So Ross, I might also get you just to briefly talk about the big announcement that we had last week, which was is the Women's Pro League. We've currently got over running the Inferno's bench one of the captains, and we had a chance to interview her last week. Tell us a little bit about how that's all been put together.
Yeah, look, it's super exciting, Carl. I think it's just another step that that we really want to see hockey make in the country. But I mean, if we can kick it off down here in Victoria by running a league for the women who get the same privileges as our men's pro league team, which is to play hockey for free and get the best players to play, which creates a great competitive season. We'll have 3 teams, and Georgia Moore, Georgia Carson, and Riley Ellis are the 3 captains, sensational hockey players, and the sign-ups have been outstanding. So I had a bit of a sneak peek last night at the.
I understand there's players coming in from interstate and all that sort of stuff.
There are, and there's over 65 players that have already registered their interest, and that was only in a 4 to 5 day period.
So need 4 teams.
Yeah, well, there's enough, but we want to keep the talent up. So it's going to be terrific. So here we go again, Inferno. Looking to continue their good work from the first period and see if the Bruins have got a different tactic to try and nullify what Inferno are dishing up, which really they're sort of controlling the game. It goes in patches of scrap, which the Inferno are doing very well with, and then they're holding the Bruins up quite effectively, as we see here. Jared Keisha looking to bring the puck out, chips the puck down forward. And Jackson Lane will get down behind the net as he gets approached by Dylan Morris. And now into the other corner, Hector Veronic chips that one out, and Casey Minson goes and burrows in against the corner. He'll fight for that puck. That's one thing Casey Minson will definitely do. They get the puck out to Hector Veronic. Big Dawsey steps in behind Hector, looking to step through the middle. He just can't quite find the gap there, but. Austin McKenzie throws the puck back in again, and now the Bruins. They're looking to move out, but Dawsey, as he was heading to the bench for a change, got himself into the play again.
Well, I think the Bruins are really going to need Birchler to step up a little bit too. He's been a bit quiet throughout the season. He's one of those players that promises to deliver a lot. Him and Cutter really need to be a bit of a two-pronged attack. It's been all Macarona so far for the Bruins, and they're going to need that extra depth just to try and break up the Inferno defence. Yeah,
well, it's definitely when you look at Matt Corona's been playing with Jordan Warren all year, and then without Jordan here, great shot on by Luke Buchanan. Then just turned away by Seb Williams. Good save. B-Mac, Brendan McDowell brings the puck over the blue line. Jesse Thompson comes in behind, follows up, and looking pretty dangerous there. The Inferno as the puck goes in behind, and the Bruins look to bring it out onto Birchler. Birchler
3-on-2, but the
chip into the corner.
Down.
And so Jesse Thompson just pokes it out, doesn't get it far enough though. So Lozchuk throws it back in again, and now the Inferno through Alex Rose. He gets it up to Jack McCoy, gets it over to Brendan McDowell. He steps around Todd Cutter, gets in close, gets a shot on Mikey James. Good save by Mikey James. The puck bobbles out again as he's Lozchuk, just delays a little. Alex Rose cuts that one off. Well done. Gets it and chips it back in again. Jack McCoy coming in hard, and the Bruins just able to get that puck around and try and get a little bit of control here and a bit of composure as they try and bring this puck out. Inferno.
This period has so far been mostly Inferno.
Yeah, it has. So Todd Cutter steps down, shot blocked by Steve Bellick. Now over into the corner again. Here we go with.
It's Yule picking the puck, just losing sight of it over his shoulder.
Again, Lozchuk now Inferno stepping over with Kevin Dow going under the scoreboard corner, throws it back out of the middle. Jackson Lane gets onto it and deflection up into the netting, and we'll have a face-off, I would suggest, deep in the Inferno offensive end.
So Ross, you were suggesting a little bit earlier that Yule has got that kind of niggle about him, and that sort of just kind of stir up a little bit of trouble, a little bit like Jamie Burke in some ways. He's a player who can really get under your skin and does a great job as long as he can stay out of the box. And Yule's doing that well in this game so far.
I don't think too many can get under the skin of like Jamie Burke can, Carl.
Maybe not quite to that level, but...
Jackson Lane throws one in. Mikey James turns it away as the Bruins battling to get the puck out. Luke Buchanan Good stride out through the neutral zone, just lose the handle on the puck, and then just gets it back again, keeps it in, throws it out in front. Jackson Lane tries to get it out in the corner, and as it comes up over the out of the zone, Raymond Carl just tracking back on it. And now the Bruins again. Long stretch pass. Oh, well done, Jackson Lane. Got a bit of stick on that. Cleared that one out. Seb Woodlands comes out, plays the puck. And
trying to roost there, just trying to clear it for the Inferno. It's good to see him on the ice. It's one of the juniors who's come up through the junior program here.
A good shot by Hector, just a little wide, fine wide. And here we go, Dylan Morris. Oh, another shot wide. Rims around the boards. Nope. Todd Cutter steps on, throws it in.
That's the Inferno, the Bruins game that the Inferno have to shut down. There's those quick breaks.
Oh, well done. Picked off by Hector as he and Dorsey step over the blue line into the offensive zone for Inferno. But well done by Dylan Morris just to track Hector. Another good long pass by the Bruins, and thrown gently on net, which wasn't a bad play by Dylan Morris there. Just trying to find Jacob Laver streaming in on the net, but well done to Seb Woodlands, who has looked really solid tonight.
Can't get better than 0 goals against you, can you?
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right.
He's up to he's made 10 saves so far. Sorry, I should say 8 saves the Bruins have had on the net.
Yeah.
But, good to see the Bruins are starting to get that break and that run through, and it's been Morris who's been doing most of the damage so far, but hasn't been able to convert yet. The Inferno defence have been back there to sort it out.
All right, so here Inferno again over to Dawes, who tries to get it back to Vilnick, but just cut off there. Over to Matt Carana now for the Bruins. He steps in, gets a shot on, turned away by Seb Woodlands. Still in play though. Todd Cutter, tries a little backhand wrap around. And well done by Steve Bellick to get that puck out.
That was a particularly good save there by Sebby Woodland. So he was a little bit screened there by Bellick trying to cut off the line for Karuna. It was a really tricky 5-hole shot. It was a beautiful save.
All right, the puck's thrown in by the Bruins, and again picked off Alex. Well done.
Woodlands plucks it out of the sky.
That was Philip Bakasoulis.
A puck buried in those big black gloves of his, and it's just completely disappeared. So we've got about 8 or so minutes to go in the second. We're currently 1 goal to the Inferno and none to the Bruins. Sorry, I should say 11 minutes and 20 seconds to play in the second.
Jack McCoy, nice move. And gets tripped up, and will draw the penalty on the Bruins. So here's a huge chance for the Inferno.
This will be their third power play. They haven't converted any of them yet. But the Bruins penalty kill has been particularly good so far. They are the lead. They are leading the league on penalty. The Dogs are leading the penalty kill, but the Bruins with an 89.5% kill up to now. Which they will have improved today.
So statistically, they're still in the window for the Inferno not to score.
Absolutely, yes.
Jackson,
we all know that numbers don't apply to reality. They're only a guide to what's happened in the past.
Absolutely.
But, a shot on there, nicely swallowed up by Mikey James. Now the thing is, with this league, we're not running stop time unless it's all tied up with under 2 goals to go in the third with 3 minutes. So the clock ticks down. This is in the Bruins' favour to just stall a little bit, be a little bit slow on the change.
So it was actually Inferno then just looking to set up a bit of a play there. So Hayden Dawes directing a bit of traffic. The puck down to Austin McKenzie, steps in a bit closer. The puck's in front, and Hector Vilnick with a chance and just couldn't quite get the stick on puck there.
There was a lot of open net, but not quite able to stick the puck in there.
No, and then so now the Bruins have cleared it out. Jackson Lane brings the puck all the way down behind the net as they look for some movement. As Brendan McDowell drops the puck back to Jack McCoy. Jack McCoy steps into the offensive zone, gets the puck down into the corner and brings it back out again. Now Inferno looking to get a hold of the puck and keep control. So Vilnick holding onto the puck.
Bruins with a good defensive structure there, holding everyone nice
Brendan
and wide.
McDowell, Jackson Lane. Puck over to Jack McCoy. Jack McCoy back out to Jackson Lane. Jackson Lane throws one in. Mikey James makes the save. And again, Jackson Lane just throwing the puck up with a little bit of height and allowing Mikey James to see that. Unless there's a tip in on that, Mikey's going to have that covered every time. You throw the puck in low and a little to the side of the net, and you give your teammate a chance to get a bit of a tipping.
But that high shot always looks sexy. It doesn't necessarily score the goals. We've got 10 seconds to go on the power play for the Inferno.
Bruins have done a good job as the Bruins get the puck out again. Toddy Cutter just sort of playing around a little bit here with the puck, and they've killed off the penalty, and Todd Cutter's got the puck there against the boards, not playing the puck. Oh, you can be given a delay of game if you just keep holding it there like that, and I think he is getting a delay of game, and it's not the wrong call from Craig Armstrong-Frey. You do have to make an attempt to play the puck.
So Toddy Cutter will get 2 minutes in the naughty corner, and the Inferno will get another chance on the power play. This is the Bruins' 4th penalty so far throughout the game, and it's a pretty damning statistic for them. That's 8 minutes that they've been short-handed so far, and you can't win if you keep doing that.
But Inferno got to make them hurt on this one. They've got
a lot of opportunities on that last one. They're starting to create them.
So here we go. So Hector Grillnick brings the puck out to the middle, but that was thrown out a little wide by Stevie Ballick. Alex Rose, he steps up and gets it over to Austin McKenzie. They're looking to settle here. Back to Alex Rose to McKenzie. Out to the middle to Ballick. Ballick gets the fake wind up. Out to Grillnick. Oh, Stevie Ballick. Bit of a swing and a miss. Matt Carana, this is dangerous. Brings the puck in. He'll try and kill a bit of time with it as well. Throws the puck on net. And now Alex Rose.
This is where the Bruins could be in trouble. They've got 2 forwards committed deep on the PK, which means there's room behind them if the Inferno can get the puck. They get away with it this time by turning it into a shot. You do have to be particularly careful in that situation. If you do overcommit your forwards on a penalty kill, it's really tempting because everyone loves a shorty. A short-handed goal is one of those amazing things. But if you overdo it, it happens down the other end incredibly quickly, and that's when you really do open yourself up. So it's one of those balancing acts. We're going to go hell for leather on this. And Bruins probably thinking we need to take some risks. But it's only 1 goal, and there's still well over a period and 6 minutes to go. So they've still got 24 minutes of playing time to get that goal back. It's not time for them to start panicking just yet.
Yeah. So Inferno, 35 seconds left on the power play. Jackson Lane brings it out to Brendan McDowell. He looks over to Hayden Dawes. He brings that back in through the middle. Big shot from Hayden Dawes. Just whizzes past Mikey James's ears. Hector Grillnick back to Hayden Dawes. He's stepping into that dangerous territory for Hayden Dawes. Scores a lot of goals from that spot on the side. And he's got the puck back again. He gets it in now behind the net. Out to Jackson Lane. Jackson Lane throws it back in again. As 5 seconds expires. Oh, and a big save by Mikey James. And here we go, 5-on-5. Todd Cutter steps out of the box. And
straight into the feet of a linesman who got in the way there. He'd be pretty cranky about that, but now he has a chance. He's not looking to shoot, though.
Oh, he had an opportunity there, I think, to take a shot. Elected not to. Brought it back out. Ray Carl brings it in, takes the shot, but Jackson Lane throws the puck up, clears everything, so it stays in. Hand-eye, Hayden Dawes, nice touch. Gets it over to, who's that, Jack McCoy? Yep, he tries the wrap around, didn't quite work. Puck in behind the net again, and Evan Kristalev steps around, tries to get it out, but again, Inferno keep the puck in. They're really attacking the Bruins when they've got the puck. And then again, Jackson Lane again with a shot from the outside. And Mikey James says, let's just settle this down a bit, boys, and take a face-off and get a bit of composure. So Inferno are attacking the Bruins in the Inferno offensive end really well. They're not letting the Bruins out easily at all.
And this period has been pretty much all Inferno.
There's been a lot of time.
They've outshot the Bruins so far, 8-4.
Which can backfire because the puck spends so much time and you feel like you should have scored, and then the team go up the other end and maybe score a bit of an easy one, and you feel like all that good work has gone to waste. So
speaking of which, there's a puck bobbling around in front of the net, but fired in from the distance by the Bruins, but it deflects harmlessly into the corner. As the Bruins now trying to play that through the corner in Karuna. Gets shot in from the distance high and deflects off Cutter, but harmlessly in the end, and is finally swallowed up by Seb Woodlands, who makes it safe for the Inferno. And with 3 minutes and 50 seconds to play, we still have the Inferno 1. The Bruins yet to score. Uncharacteristic for them. It's not what anyone would have expected. They've had 4 penalties against them, though.
Well, it was at the start of the game, Carl. It'd be hard to imagine that we'd be staring at 1-0 coming to the end of the second period between these two teams.
Well, we did know that the Inferno needed to clean up their D, and they've done it very well tonight. They simply haven't given the Bruins any opportunities to get behind them.
So here's Brendan McDowell. Is it Logan Newell? Sorry, from Inferno. Now Luke Buchanan for the Bruins gets the puck forward. Now they're going to have to clear out, which they do. No, they do not successfully. Andrew Crowther, Johnny on the spot, catches the offside.
Linesman in the perfect position. That wasn't getting past him at all. So we'll have the face-off just on the offensive side of the neutral zone for the Bruins, but won beautifully there by Inferno.
By Brendan McDowell back to Minson, and Minson gets it down over to Kevin Dow, who throws it back in again. But again, here's the fight. Nathan Casey brings the puck out a bit. Luke Buchanan, he gives across to Seb Bergstrom. Bergstrom throws it in for the Bruins. Casey Minson, he throws it back out. Puck comes out. So Bruins offside at the moment. Now they're not. So Casey Minson with the puck behind the net for Inferno. He looks for Logan Newell, hits him on the skates, and the puck pops forward. And Brendan McDowell in pursuit harasses the Bruins with a
big juicy
really
puck loose in the front there.
Vrulnik tries to get it across to Ewell, but the Bruins close that up. Evan Kristalev throws it around the corner, not far enough. Jackson Lane, he gets a shot, but a deflection off Makarana into the net, and we will get another face-off.
And there was a beautiful, juicy rebound there, just floating around in front of the net, but no one able to take advantage of it. I reckon if you were Hayden Dawes sitting on the bench, you'd be thinking that was my goal. He loves those ones.
All right, minute 40 left in the second period. Casey Minson gets a bit of a fumble. Makarana steps forward. And he's the 2-on-1. He steps right into the crease. And then throws the puck on. But I think Stevie Pellick might have made the save for Seb Woodlands then, as Vrulnik brings that back down, and MJ Mikey James closes that up.
That was Jackson Lane there with that magnificent piece of desperate back checking to shut it down, and Karuna uncharacteristically not putting that one away. That's the bread and butter of the Bruins, and that was a really good scoring opportunity. It's the first real one they've had throughout the game. And Matt Karuna not quite able to finish it uncharacteristically for him, but good back checking by the Inferno to fix the mistake as they get another loose puck bobbling around in front of the net for Mikey James, not quite managing to clear it. Here's Hayden Dawes fires it in.
And Hector Vrulnik cleans the mess up and puts the puck in for the Inferno. A great rebound goal for Hector Vrulnik. Hayden Dawes with the shot on, and Mikey James was unable to keep that under control, and Hector Vrulnik pounces like a cat and puts the Inferno up 2-0 with 25 seconds left in the second period. That's a really important goal. That's come off a post.
Yeah, it's come off just about everything, I think, but that's Dawes' bread and butter, that empty space in front of the net where he had that chance to get that shot on, and then there's Hector just tidying it up. 10 seconds to go now. We'll just get the first face off, and then it'll be all over for a second. And Mikey James will make the last save of the second period. So Ross will go into the break now with the Inferno. Unexpected, but it's a fantastic outcome for them, and it will put the Dogs will be watching this game with much relish and licking their chops, no doubt, as the Inferno 2 to the Bruins 0 at the end of the second period. Mackenzie with the first one, assisted by Dawes, and Hector with the second one, again assisted by Dawes in the second period. We've had too many penalties to the Bruins. They've given away 8 minutes of uneven play to the Inferno, which has certainly helped them. They haven't been able to really get their breakaway game going. Karuna's been mostly shut down. He had one good opportunity late in the second, but a desperate back check by Lane and a magnificent save too by Sebby Woodlands kept the Bruins in the game. So we will take a break for 10 minutes. We'll be back with you at 8:35 for the third period of what is proving to be an unexpected and very exciting game between the Bruins and the Inferno.
This game is our canvas.
Our choice, our freedom.
It's my way.
And mine.
And mine.
And mine.
It's the only way.
The ice doesn't discriminate.
It doesn't see color or gender.
All it sees is 60 minutes of pure effort.
A pure fun.
On the ice, we might be enemies.
But in the end, we're all allies.
This game's for everyone.
No matter who you are,
No matter where we're from, we're all ready to hit the ice.
Well, welcome back, everyone, to the iceHQ ice rink here in Reservoir, Melbourne, Australia, for round 7, game 1, period 3, between the Bruins and the Inferno. The Inferno have brought themselves out to a slightly unexpected to anyone who hasn't been paying attention, but it's actually really pleasing to see a 2-0 lead over the Bruins, who are yet to score. The Inferno have managed to shut down their previously very leaky defence. They've killed off the odd player rushes, and Matt Karuna has been unable to score so far. He's had a couple of opportunities but not able to convert. So Georgia Carson and Steve Bellick from the Inferno have managed to fix up those problems with their defence, and as a result the Bruins have been unable to get behind them, getting a little bit frustrated there, I strongly suspect. And for the Inferno, the damage maker in both cases has been Hayden Dawes with 2 assists. Austin McKenzie benefiting from the first one with the first goal, 5 minutes into the first, and then with just 47 seconds to go in the second, Hector swapped on a Hayden Dawes rebound and stuck it in the back of the net to take the Inferno out to a 2-0 lead. Another telling statistic so far through the game is the Bruins have given away 4 penalties, so 8 minutes of sitting in the naughty corner, which has taken the pressure off the Inferno on a number of occasions and given them scoring opportunities. They haven't scored on the power play, but they have certainly had pressure relief, and that makes a big difference, as well as just the 1 penalty to the Inferno, which happened early on in the second. For a while we were 4 on 4. Ross, what are you expecting out of the third period here?
Well, I think what most people are expecting, Carl, is that the Bruins are going to come out with a little bit of a change-up in their game style to try and get themselves back into this game, because at the moment Inferno have dictated the terms, and they've played really well defensively, which was one of the things you mentioned earlier in the pre-game, that it's been one thing that has let Inferno down throughout the season, but they've really stepped up to the plate with defensively, and they've just limited the opportunity that the Bruins have had to be able to score. Like you say, they've had a couple of chances, but nothing too serious, I guess you'd say. But there's 18 minutes.
2 goals. It's one of those. It's a tricky lead, isn't it? It's one of those ones where it's not enough to be safe, but it's enough to be complacent.
It can be gobbled up in any in a couple of different shifts. So by no means is this game over. It is well and truly alive, and it's going to be an exciting last period. How hard can Inferno hang on? And how hard are the Bruins going to push to really try and get this game back on in their favour? So here we go again. Here we go with the puck down in the Bruins offensive end. Hector Virilnik a little bit of mucking around there with the puck, and he's finally coughed it up, which is not ideal. Over to Matt Corona. Matt Corona with a shot wide. And that's the chance they're the chances they need to put on net and get some sort of result from. Keisha brings the puck over to Lozchuk. Lozchuk drops it back to Toddy Cutter. Todd Cutter into the corner, brings it back up the boards again, and then over to Matt Corona, and a shot. Oh, didn't quite glove it cleanly there, Seb Woodlands, but was able to scramble on top of it.
Ross, I think that's one of those little examples of that 2-goal lead can lead to just a tiny bit of complacency. Hector is trying to do a little bit too much with the fancy hands, and if you do that, then you get dispossessed sooner or later. You can't hold the puck forever, no matter how good you are. And, so Inferno need to just keep an eye on that, make sure that they don't get a bit cocky.
Here they come out. Jesse Thompson was trying to squeeze his way through there, unable to get through. But now Jackson Lane brings it back over to Steve Bellick. Steve Bellick will go back to Jackson Lane. Jackson Lane looking up the ring for someone to pass on to. Jack McCoy, little tip. Jesse Thompson jumps onto it. Oh, he threw in a delay, but he delayed and let the puck go. So Lozchuk, who was looking for Todd Cutter, then didn't get him, and we'll have an icing, which will bring the puck all the way down into the Bruins zone.
So if you're not familiar with the rule about icing, if you shoot the puck from behind the centre line of the ice and it crosses the goal line at the other end without a player beating it to the line, you have to come all the way back for a defensive face-off, and you're not allowed to change.
All right, so the Bruins bring the puck around the net again. Jack McCoy trying to trap it in there. Got a bit of pressure from Lozchuk, who...
Lane with a good little speculator from the point, just firing it in, doing the right thing, steadying it down. All they need to do now, they don't need to take any risks, the Inferno. They can play a conservative game. And they'll just keep piling shots on the net whenever they get those chances to, and just make sure the Bruins can't get out behind them.
All right, so now Bruins trying to get out of the Inferno offensive end here, and again the Inferno holding on to him really well. Puck squirts out now, so Dylan Morris brings the puck forward, and that's Luke Buchanan working hard into the corner. Puck comes back around again, and there's Yule. Yule tries to flick it out, cut off by Birchler. Well done. And then
created a good cross-ice opportunity. Just not quite able to finish it off there was Luke Buchanan.
All right, here we go again, Jesse. Oh, puck over at the front.
Rebound.
All right, Yule again, hard at the puck, as he does. Now it's brought away by Dylan Morris, but then well trapped in by Casey Minson, and then Yule brings the puck around the boards, and then gets that on to Kevin Dow. Kevin Dow. Oh, he put so Yule gets popped down by Ray Carl there.
And that's Drake with two really good opportunities there for the Inferno that they just created. One nice juicy rebound he couldn't quite sweep on, and then that little breakthrough.
All right. And Bruins shot on by Carl from out long, and Seb Woodlands just swallows that up nice and easy.
So what we just saw there, Ross, was a really nice high line of defence by the Inferno, keeping the Bruins out, and they were standing at the blue line with no real attacking options. They were standing still, wondering what to do, and in the end they could just fling it in from a distance. Which is not a bad option, but it's not. They're not going to score a goal from it.
No, that's right. So Todd Carter in close, flicks it out in front to Karana. Karana's on the doorstep there, trying to jam it in, and the players. Oh, it's no goal. No goal. Off. Craig Armstrong-Frey very quick onto that one, calling it no goal. I think he used a kicking motion.
We'll see this one on the replay with a bit of luck. We'll get Woodlands covering it.
The Bruins were desperately trying to get the puck.
Oh,
yeah.
Looked a lot like a kick. You're not allowed to deliberately kick the puck into the net. It can deflect off your foot, so it can be a bit of a grey area, but that was a very distinct kicking motion.
And the desperation on Matt Karana there to get that puck in the net, very evident that he wants back into this game. As
this Bruins team is certainly missing Jordan Warren.
All right, here's Chuck steps over the blue line, looking to bring it in over to Todd Cutter. Todd Cutter taking it back down into the corner. Chuck, a bit of this way, a bit of that way, brings it back out. Hector Virilnik puts it back out again. Todd Cutter. Oh, and there's offside from the Inferno. Now it's clear. Now Jared. And now Nathan Keisha steps in through the middle, but couldn't quite get through. And when Hayden Dawes is stepping in the middle, you probably want to get rid of the puck and get out of the way.
He's 195 centimetres and 105 kilograms. That's a lot of big Canadian Australian to crash into.
Oh, big throw, big Hail Mary by Hayden Dawes. Then looking for Austin McKenzie on the line and on the blue line, but couldn't quite trap it in.
From the point of view of the Inferno at the moment, though, anything that runs the clock down is of benefit. They do have that 2-goal lead and 12 minutes to play. It's not a big lead, but it's enough. They don't have to. There's no time pressure on them. It's the Bruins who need to keep things moving.
All right, so Inferno again with possession. Austin McKenzie tries to get it out, but kept in by the Bruins.
Sneaky little backhander, but Inferno defence was in the way.
Oh, a big hit. Big hit by Hayden Dawes as Dylan Morris stood up with a smile on his face. I think he was just happy he was still alive.
It was mostly looking fairly accidental collision almost by look of it. I don't think Dawsey lined him up, but he wasn't going to give way either.
Oh, I think he had a sneaky look.
He wasn't going to get out of the way.
All right, so Bruins and Dylan Morris takes a shot on net. Jack McCoy looks for the pass. Oh, and he gets Brendan McDowell on it. Oh, loses an edge. Gets a shot off. Oh, he was off. He was away. Casey Minson throws the puck back in again. Mikey James plays that to himself.
James might actually be in a little bit of trouble there for delay the game. If you play the puck behind the net, I'm surprised there that Craig hasn't pulled him up on that. And we'll probably have a bit of a discussion about this later if he watches the coverage. If you play the puck from behind and then drag it in front and freeze it, let's delay the game.
Just saw the replay there, Dane, of Dawsey's hit. I think it was they were both on tracks heading in the same direction.
Yep.
In opposite directions.
Dawsey's going to win that one.
Every
9
time.
times out of 10.
Every time. All right, well battled by Casey Minson. Throws the puck up on the off the glass, comes out to the middle, and Jack McCoy looking for Jesse Thompson. Didn't quite connect. And now Jackson Lane throwing it back in. Jack McCoy, Nathan Kasha. Nice move through the middle. Well done to him. He gets it over into the corner, throws it back into the middle. Matt Karana takes a shot, and it gets it wide, high and wide again. He's got to be careful they don't scoot around and end up on the stick of an opposition player.
We're just under 10 minutes now to go. The lead's still 2 goals to the Inferno, none to the Bruins. Very even period so far.
And here's Kasha again, bringing the puck around, goes behind the net. He'll look up high, brings it back to Todd Cutter. Todd Cutter steps in, throws one in low, gets amongst some feet, and back out to him again. Same move, gets a little bit more pepper on it this time, but it goes wide. And
so Cutter there showing the wisdom of the low hard shot rather than the high speculator from the point. So it's a better choice for the Bruins, but not enough screen and not enough traffic in front of there. It's Cutter looking for attacking options and looking a bit frustrated too. If you ever look at his face, it's like, who have I got to pass to? And the answer was no one. The Bruins are not in this game at the moment. They're just not sparkling.
Oh, solid hit by Chris Drake there on the Bruins player. Didn't quite catch who we got then, but here Jacob Laver fighting in the corner. Puck comes out. Luke Buchanan. He's got Alex Rose in front of him. Tries to chip and charge. Seb Woodlands comes out and plays the puck. Well done by Jacob Laver. Keeps it back in again. Dylan Morris. Oh, nice little deflection by Luke Buchanan, but Seb Woodlands was up to the task. Bit more, looking a bit more threatening now. The Bruins as Gab Birchler battles in for the puck, and again the Logan Ewell goes in hard. Well, good hit by Luke Buchanan. Birchler
taking one step too many and getting dispossessed in the corner.
Yeah, they've gang tackled him there, and he's ended up losing the puck as it comes out to Jacob Laver. Jacob Laver gets it over to Luke Buchanan. Comes off his skate, and Alex Rose throws one forward, and we'll have an icing. It'll take it down the Inferno zone, the Bruins offensive end.
And just under 8 minutes now to play. The Inferno still with a 2-goal lead to the Bruins. This period's been an intriguing one so far, but the shots still in favour of the Inferno through this period. 5-3 in favour of the Inferno. Again, it's not a particularly useful statistic, but it does tell you a bit about the flow of the game. Bruins just getting frustrated by the Inferno defence, just not having any gaps at the moment.
Oh,
again,
Todd Cutter in front. Oh, not quite.
I'll let my words on that one.
There's a little bit of stick on that one. Big Dawsey comes in, tries to protect the puck, gets it out. Logan Ewell, he's got a bit of space.
Looking for Hector on the stretch. There it is.
Gets Hector Vilnick,
who has Dawes, high slot. There's Dawes. Oh, it bounces off everything. That's Hector and Dawes combining so beautifully as he skates down the middle, right through the top end of that Royal Road of the rink, and has all the time and unmarked. And
that's he's ringed that off the post.
It's bounced off everything except the right way it wanted to go, but
off the joint section of the crossbar and the right hand post. All right, so the Bruins trying to calm things down a bit. Nathan Kasha looks to bring it out. Good pressure by Vilnick. Well trapped by Minson.
And Hector's just worn that one on an ankle. He's a little bit sore there. He's just caught it just between the gap between the skate and the top of the shin bone by the look of it.
Yeah, be right. Skated off, young fella. All right, bit of a trap on the boards here. Inferno, Jackson Lane. Looking to throw one in. Gab Birchler cops one in the lower shin there as well. Well done by Austin McKenzie. Oh, good work by Evan Kristalev. Gets a bit of stick on it to clear it out. Down on the feet. Loschuk on here. Oh, Dawsey nearly steps through. Austin McKenzie picks up.
Oh, beautiful
good
rebound play there. Loose puck, Dawes.
Oh.
No. Hayden Dawes so close to picking up that third effort rebound. Puck still loose in the front. Dawes looking for the rebound. Passes across.
Oh, well done. Good
Mikey
save.
James.
Good save. A lot of traffic.
Mikey James there could consider himself a little bit lucky, I think. There's a number of opportunities there that were flung in, and Dorsey awfully close to getting 3 points for the evening. We've got about 6 minutes now to play. Just under 6 minutes, I should say. Still 2-goal lead to the Inferno.
All right, it'll be interesting this in this last 5 minutes, Carl. You know, do the Bruins get a bit desperate and take more risks?
At what point do they pull the goalie?
Birchler with a shot, or wide. You got to make the goalie make a save in those situations.
There's no point denting their glass at the back. The crowd loves it, but it's not a goal.
There's Brendan McDowell, steps in, takes a shot. MJ lets it pop out in front. Jacob Laver, he's got some wheels. He's going to be looking to get around Jackson Lane on the outside. Chips it into the corner, goes in behind the net, and now brings it back around again.
3 Inferno defenders were back there to take care of it, and that's been the difference this evening. Their defence has been much tighter than we've seen so far throughout the season.
Casey Minson throws it out there as Dylan Morris comes back to pick the puck up. It's cleared. There's Raymond Carlo. Fires one out, but a bit misdirected. And down to the Alex Rose puts it in deep.
The Bruins are really starting to look for those stretch passes off in a distance, but they're a high-risk option. They don't often connect. When they do, it's great.
Good interception. Oh, interception by Hector, but then Raymond Carlo puts it back up. Stretched down the boards. Drillnick picks back up again, but now it comes back to Karana. Karana over to Carl. Carl gets deflected away by Woodland's blocker. Into the corner we go. Now it's the Bruins with a low shot. That's a dangerous shot. And Seb Woodlands just traps that one in. So the Bruins is definitely up in the ante in this last period of the game. And but the Inferno are doing well to hold them and restrict their scoring opportunities. But as we know, if they get one goal, we've got a one-goal game.
That's true. But they've only got 3.5 minutes to do it. It's not an awful lot of time. And I've got to say, at the moment, the Inferno, they've brought the fire, and they are not letting up. They've put the Bruins on the barbecue and cooked them well.
Alex Rose throws the puck in behind the net. Mikey James leaves it for Raymond Carlo.
So we're into the last 3 minutes now. It's now stop time, with the gap being only the 2 goals, and the stoppages in play will result in a stop of the clock.
Well done by Macarena. Came through with a pass from Todd Cutter and got the shot on, but Seb Woodlands was able to turn that aside.
Karuna's picked it up now. He's really lifted his intensity, but there's been Inferno back there all the time taking care of it. 2.5 minutes to play.
Jack McCoy brings the puck out. Todd Cutter gets dragged down by Jesse Thompson. Evan Kristalev. Puck comes out. Lozchuk plays it over to Macarena. Nathan Kasha. He's stretching back for the puck and brings it out pretty calmly as he looks to step up now. He's got around 1. Now he's gone around 2. Kasha brings it in, takes a shot on Woodlands. Gets turned aside. Kasha picks up the puck again. Steps into the middle. Takes another shot. Oh, and there's a deflection. I think it might have come off Inferno player. It might have been Casey Minson, and that's the goal the Bruins have been searching for. 1 minute 50 left on the clock. It is a dangerous time for Inferno now.
It certainly is. Just 1 goal to lead and 90 seconds to play. This will open up. At some point, the Bruins will pull Mikey James out of the net, probably. I'm surprised they haven't done it yet. And go 6-on-5 against the Inferno to try and tie it up.
All right, here we go. The Bruins with the puck, mishandled by Birchler. Freight train comes through. We've got a penalty here.
Dawes is going to get done for a slash there, I suspect.
Yeah.
That's not what the Inferno need. A little bit of ill discipline there from Dawes. He'd knocked Birchler out of the way and then chucked his stick.
Yeah,
fairly indisciplined play from him there, unfortunately, for the Inferno. So they'll have to kill a penalty for the remaining 1 minute and 35 seconds. Do the Inferno pull a goalie and go 6-on-4? Or do they leave Mikey James down there and just play 6-on-5 for a standard power play? They're leaving the goalie in.
All right, here we go. Inferno. The Bruins. Loschuk gets the puck over to Karana. Karana, bit of backward forward. Hector Vrunic picks the puck up. Good body check by Todd Cutter. Vrunic brings the puck out. Bit of leg speed. Takes it over the blue line. Takes the shot. Oh, MJ, lovely save. That was a dangerous shot by Hector Vrunic. And MJ, Mikey James, was up to the task as he...
You could just see that beautiful piece of puck movement by Hector as he just was trying to wrong foot Mikey, but James there well up to the task. And 1 minute and 19 seconds to play in this third period. 1 goal the difference, just in favour of the Inferno on the penalty.
We've got another penalty here. It's going to be on Vrunic. He got the stick up high on Laver. And he is going to mean the Bruins are going to go to a 2-man advantage with 1 minute 5 remaining.
So it sounds like a really compelling advantage, but a three-player defence, they'll set up a triangle in front of the net and just own that space. It does give the Bruins plenty of opportunities to shoot on them, but if the Inferno can keep their composure, you're getting a timeout now on the clock, but the stop time anyway.
For the Bruins, so they want to talk a bit of tactic as to how they're going to get this goal back. Is
this where they go nuts and pull the goalie as well and go 6-on-3? I've never seen that one done, but personally, if they wanted to.
Personally, I would.
Yeah, damn the torpedoes and see what happens. They're going to lose otherwise.
Every extra player on the rink has got to give you a better chance of scoring.
Yep. So the Inferno now with 1 minute and 5, so 65 seconds of what will be frantic defence for them. But if they can maintain their structure and their discipline, and Woodlands can make the saves from the shots, the Inferno just need to keep the Bruins away from the area in front of the net and force all the shots to be from bad angles, and that's going to be their only chance. The key here is going to be this face-off. If the Inferno can win this face-off and get control of the puck, they're in with a chance. If the Bruins win it, well, it gets very interesting indeed.
All right, so Mikey James is starting very high in his net.
And the Inferno win the face-off and dump it all the way down the other end, and that kills off another 10 seconds.
All right, so, oh no! The Bruins have stepped aside and let Brendan McDowell walk through the middle and slap shot straight into the net. That was a communication failure from the Bruins there. And that is disastrous for them and joyous for the Inferno, who have now locked away the win.
Ross, we often see a 5-on-4 shorty and think that's pretty amazing, but a 5-on-3 shorty, I don't think I've ever seen a 5-on-3 shorty before.
Well,
wow.
I've certainly never seen one scored like that.
No.
That was incredible.
If that could sum up the Bruins' night, I think it probably would. It's been frustration and just not able to convert, and then letting that away was disastrous for them. 40 seconds to play, 2 goals back the margin, but the Bruins still on the penalty kill with a 5-on-3.
And now it's a matter of the Inferno just trying to chew that clock up. Just use that time.
25 seconds.
They need to shoot. They can't just be playing around with the puck. They've got to get it on net, and they've got to get a goal. There's the Todd Cutter with an open netter there. He just didn't quite get a handle on it. As
10
seconds remaining. Shot from Karana, pops up. Cutter brings it back out again. Keisha.
One of the Inferno players without the stick as well, which doesn't help. But that's it, all over. And how's that for some incredible defence? There's a magnificent example from the Inferno there of how to kill a penalty with 3 players on the ice, just owning that space in front of the net. And Ross, that was an incredible game. Not what anyone was expecting, certainly not with that stunning 3-on-5 short-handed goal at the finish.
I've got to admit, Carl, I got very nervous for Inferno. Firstly, when Bruins scored the first goal, and then of course they go down to a 5-on-3. Well, you're thinking the Bruins.
How do you keep that out? But as you know, if you a well-organised defence is very hard to score against, and the Inferno showed exactly that. The big change for them this evening was their defence. They were almost rock solid. They only gave the 1 away, and that was right towards the very end of the game, which makes a huge difference to their game. We always knew they could score goals. They needed to be more solid defensively, and tonight they were. So 3 goals to the Inferno, and just the 1 to the Bruins. Goals to McKenzie and Rulnick. assisted by Dawes, and I'm not sure who it was who got that third one there, Ross. I'm sure you can remember.
Brendan McDowell.
Brendan McDowell with that a breakaway on a 3-on-5 penalty kill, which is just stunning. A goal to Luke Buchanan for the Bruins with 2 minutes 20 to go. Gave them a bit of a sniff, but it wasn't enough in the end. And as a result, we had a convincing win there to Inferno, who brought the fire tonight, and they torched the big bear of the Bruins. And so that'll wind us up for the first game. I'll just bring you up to speed on the ladder in just a moment, but that puts the Inferno at the moment with 5 points, just ahead of the Snipers. So the next game will be an interesting one, which will be at about 9:10, and that will be between the Dogs and the Snipers. Bruins still with 10 points. Inferno now 5 points on the ladder. So Inferno move up to third on the ladder at the moment. So the next game will be interesting. And the other interesting thing about that from the point of view of the Dogs is they now have a sneaky chance to get themselves on top of the ladder. If they can beat the Snipers next, they'll be up. We will be back with you at 9:10. Until then, hang around and we'll bring you the match of the night between the Dogs and the Snipers.